Mr. Feeney? Mr. Feeney! Mr. Feeney? Mr. Feeney! Then I'll step aside forever. I want my own room.
Hey guys, it's me Noah, this is CabbageTalks. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to talk about pretty much every episode in Season 4, and then I'm going to talk about the season overall. Episode 1, You Can Go Home Again. Eric gets conflicted about his future and going home and facing his decisions. And this was a really good episode. Episode 2, Hair Today, Goon Tomorrow. Good message on a parent, and it was really funny. Episode 3, I Ain't Gonna Spray Let Us Know More. Alan quits his managerial position at the supermarket. Amy buys a store, and they work for themselves. It's a great episode, and I love the interaction between the parents. Episode 4, Fishing for Verna. Verna returns. Church fathering is finally addressed. I wanted it to be addressed that, hey, he left his son for a year, and he, the whole thing, it should have been addressed, and it was. Episode 5, Shallow Boy, a favorite. The fourth wall break in this is hilarious. It's funny, even if I wasn't there at that exact time to watch it. Episode 6, Janitor Dad, another favorite. Sean learns a good lesson about pride and shame and all that, and his dad and him become closer throughout the whole experience. It's great. Episode 7, Singled Out. Eric goes to MTV game show to meet girls. Episode 8, Dangerous Secret. Intense episode about child abuse. This was a very intense episode. Episode 9, 16 Candles and 400-Pound Men. Another favorite. Corey tries to be two places at once. And the moments with Frankie are great. Episode 10, Turkey Day. Great messages on social class and overwhelming social divisions. Really good episode. Episode 11, An Affair to Forget. Another favorite. It's just hilarious, and the moments with Corey and Sean are just hilarious. It's pure hilarity. Episode 12, Easy Street. Sean gets mixed up with a couple of mobsters. Episode 13, B&B's B&B. Corey and Sean scheming. They try to get a bed and breakfast going in Feeney's house. Yeah. Episode 14, Wheels. Another favorite. Really good episode. Last scenes with Corey out and the judge were great. Those last few scenes in that were just really, really good. 15, Chick Like Me. A little wacky, but very funny. Sean learns a big lesson about girls and how to treat them, which is big for him. A Long Walk to Pittsburgh. Part 1 and 2. 16 and 17. Topanga moves away. Sean kissing Topanga was still weird. I still think that's weird, but whatever. The great interaction between Topanga's aunt and Mr. Feeney, that was hilarious. Episode 18, Uncle Daddy. Great episode with Eric. Oh, this is a favorite. A great episode with Eric learning about fatherhood. Great ending with Eric going upstairs to study for his SAT. Episode 19, Quiz Show. Corey, Sean, and Topanga get on a quiz show. They learn about what learning is and the value of it. Episode 20, Security Guy. Had all the elements. Funny, emotional characters, everything. Eric learns a lot. The kids thank Feeney. Episode 21, Cult Fiction. Very intense episode. Surprising Christian themes at the end. Last time we see Turner. Sad. Episode 22, Learning to Fly. Good lesson about taking the easy route. Now I'm going to talk about the characters. Corey. His relationship with Topanga seems to be going pretty well. Then she confesses that her and her family are moving to Pittsburgh. He doesn't handle it well, and he's not very mature about it, to the point where he doesn't even say goodbye. Fortunately, she is able to stay by staying with her aunt. And at the end of the season, him and Eric both learn a lesson about walking away from a sure thing when Corey is confronted with this sorority girl that's coming on to him. But he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Family. Eric, he has a ton of... This is basically like an Eric season, because he has a ton of character development this season, facing the fact that he has to go home, face his decisions to retake the SAT, and thinking serious about going to college. While he's still kind of dumb, his stupidity doesn't greatly hinder the plot. And in this season, he actually has a lot of moments of genuine enlightenment. In Uncle Daddy, he finds out a little about what it means to be a father, and in Security Guy, he's fired from the store by his dad and becomes a security guard. And this episode is a huge one for Eric, and it's also one of my favorites. Morgan She was fine. She didn't have too many lines, but she had a couple nice moments, like the one with Corey and Shallow Boy. The parents, their dynamic was definitely great in the season. Like I said, and I ain't gonna spoil this no more. Alan quits his job, and then Amy ends up, without consulting Amy, then she ends up buying a store without consulting him. It all works out. The store is a great location that's added into the different locations in the show. Sean, similar to season 3, Sean has several issues with class and identity in this season, but this season they seem to hit it a little stronger, a little harder. Especially in an episode called Fiction, which is the second to last episode, where he temporarily joins a cult, and it isn't until the end when Mr. Turner is in the hospital for getting in a horrible motorcycle accident, then he snaps out of it. Oh yeah, and Alan in this episode is a badass. Go, you should already know. But it's a great episode. Also in Turkey Day, it's brought up, and Easy Street, and Janitor Dad. Those kind of things are brought up. Mr. Feeney. Virtually every time Mr. Feeney gets in front of the camera, it's bound to be either emotional and moving or hilarious or something. It's no exception in this season. But in Quiz Show, after the kids, they basically just shun their whole learning. They're just like, we don't need this because we're too hot for that. He gets really hurt by that, and he's kind of like angry, and he just walks out, kind of. And it's just a great episode. Plot lines. They were good on plot variation, and they didn't feel like they were saying the same thing over and over and over again. And they were actually, I feel like there were more heavier episodes than season 3 in this season. Things I liked. The character development. That was the main thing in this season that was just like really, really great to see. There was a ton of character development. And it was a very balanced season overall. I really like this season. It's great. I wish we would have seen a little more Mr. Turner, but, you know, that's what happens, I guess. But yeah, final thoughts. Great season, well balanced. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. My favorite episodes are Shallow Boy, Janitor Dad, 16 Candles and 400-pound Men, Wheels, Uncle Daddy, and Security Guy. Yes. That is my season 4 review of Boy Meets World. Thank you for watching.